So, hello everyone, welcome to this episode of SNEED-CAST. I'm your host Alexa, and today our special guest is none other than Jorge Izquierdo. He is here with PMMI. He's been with PMMI for the past 31 years, and today we're going to be talking about workforce solutions in packaging, automation, training, and a look at 2025. Hello Jorge, thank you so much for joining us today.
Alexa, thank you. It's a pleasure really to join you, and more than happy to chat about the industry. That's my favorite topic.
Of course. And then I know right now you're a VP of Market Development at PMMI, but you started off as the Director for Latin America, correct?
Yes, and you're right. That was a long time ago. At that point, PMMI was looking to open an office. I opened the office in Latin America for PMMI. And it's been quite a ride since, and had the opportunity to be the liaison for a joint venture we did for Expo Pack at the time. We were a 50-50 partnership with Expo Pack, and since then, in 2004, we acquired the other 50%. Now we're full owners of Expo Pack, and having a lot of fun, to be honest. Still, that office in Latin America has grown a lot. Now we produce Expo Pack in Mexico City, in Guadalajara, and many other areas. But I was transferred to the U.S. in 2000, and I've been here since then.
Right. And then now you're a VP of Market Development. We know that you oversee a lot of the research, the programs for strengthening the competitiveness in North America. You also track industry trends. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do in your role?
Yes, a lot of what we do is kind of trying to get number one, to get a pulse of the industry, house business. Mm-hmm. That's actually the name of one of our products. Our main objective is to support, I guess, both manufacturers and users of packaging and processing technologies. Identify trends, develop best practices, and pretty much just making sure the industry is aware of what's happening in the different segments.
Right. And then what is it that personally got you interested in the whole packaging sector? What is it that got you started in your packaging career?
So for me, it's I guess, as many of us packaging professionals, it's not like we were dreaming to join the packaging industry. Somehow you get involved in this industry, and suddenly it's you notice that it's something that you live with, right? Every part of your day, you're touching packaging, and you're understanding packaging, have a deeper understanding of packaging, and it's a very engaging industry. I'm a mechanical engineer. I have a degree on business administration as well. But a good combination of a solid technical background, some good understanding of marketing have provided me great opportunities to grow in this industry, and I'm very thankful for that.
Mm-hmm. And then I know that you had mentioned that you had been with PMMI for 31 years now. What is it that first got you started with PMMI?
Well, first of all, I was involved on the B2B business before, industrial B2B, a lot of technology. So I was approached by PMI at the time. They were again looking to open the office, and that's how I joined PMI. And it's been a great opportunity. And I guess one of the reasons I've been here for that long is PMI has offered the opportunity to transition, to expand my responsibilities. It's always something new. I was responsible for Latin America, from supporting our members doing business in Latin America. Then I was asked to take care of all international. Then I was asked to take care of market research, US and internationally. I was asked to take care of other special projects for PMI, special events, top-to-top summit, joint committee meeting, a number of other projects. And lately, we started a new division for custom research to help everybody in the industry have a better understanding on the use of technology.
Mhm. And then, what would you say has been like one of your most memorable moments or memorable projects that you've worked on?
It was for sure during my first years when we made that joint venture with Expo Pack. At
Mm-hmm.
the time, Expo Pack was a tiny little show in a kind of the basement level of a parking lot, and through the next, I guess, 10 years, we grew consistently, double digit every year. It was an amazing experience. It was learned a lot from our partners, and just keep up with the growth of the industry. That was, I think that's the part that I enjoyed the most. Yeah.
Right. And then talking about the trade show, so I know we've gone in past years. We didn't, unfortunately, this year. How was Pack Expo this year? What were
Oh,
some
Pack Expo
trends,
was,
highlights?
yeah, no, absolutely. Pack Expo International, it was a record year for us in many aspects. Number
Mm-hmm.
one in terms of size, it's our largest trade show ever. It's over 1.3 million square feet of net space. And when I say net, I mean it's a space that we sold. Not
Mm-hmm.
talking about services or complementary booths or the PMI booth, things like that. It's a space that we sold. We learned from McCormick Place that it's been the largest show ever in McCormick Place. So we're very pleased with that. In terms of attendance, the same thing. It was a record on registration, and at the end of the day, you as a trade show organizer can do all the right things, but you depend on the business and how the industry is doing. The industry slowed down a little last year, beginning of this year, but we're very fortunate that the second half of 2024 is speeding up. We're
Mm-hmm.
looking for two very uh, good years coming ahead. In the next 3 years, we're expecting growths between 5 and 7%. So we're very optimistic.
Yeah. Any common trends or any common themes among the people that were like attending, among exhibitors?
Yes. So for sure, digital technologies they've been growing significantly in our industry. They're not new anymore. These days, it's about how to implement, digital initiatives along all your equipment, along all your operations, how to bring those pieces of equipment that might be a few years old that were not necessarily digital in nature, how to bring them to the digital space, how to pull data out of those pieces of equipment. I guess that's one of the big highlights, is just everything digital. Number two, for sure, workforce. It's a significant challenge for
Mm-hmm.
manufacturing in general, for the packaging industry, absolutely. And at the show, a lot of it was about the use of technology to address workforce challenges. And
Right.
we're talking from, I guess, you can split it in two large problems. One is training, and the other one is um, how to empower operators during the training. I guess those are the two major two. We had a couple more in terms of uh, sanitation, inspection, quality control were significant players. In the past few months, there's been a lot of noise around a couple of recalls in the industry.
Mm.
So significant a lot of solutions around that in the show.
Right. And then you were talking about common workforce challenges. We know that workforce is now up and it's now at the third position compared to last year when it was at the seventh position, and then also productivity and automation. Where would you say that these concerns intersect?
You know, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about key priorities from
Right.
CPGs, right? How they are making the decisions, what are the problems they are trying to address.
Mm-hmm.
So you're talking about automation and workforce, and these two are closely linked. Number one thing. I would want to highlight. It's interesting, a lot of people keep thinking about using automation to replace workforce. It's interesting. That's not the driver in our industry. In our industry, we are doing all we can do to attract more people to our space. We as PMI, we have a number of initiatives to attract workforce. Could be young talents, could be women, could be veterans, could be all areas, all different candidates for our industry. We're trying to attract and retain in our industry. Now, because of these challenges that the industry is facing in terms of availability of workforce, that's number one. And I guess number two is skill gaps.
Mm-hmm.
uh, the industry is coming up with different technology opportunities, to help address these issues. In terms of training, at the show you could see many solutions to shorten the training curve of the operators and technicians of both of them. uh, Technologies to make sure that training is available right in front of them, on the HMIs, in those screens that they have in front of the machine. Make sure that there's training available there to help assist them with the specific processes, maybe
Mm-hmm.
with how to do a changeover in the equipment. Uh, and of course, many of those technologies are also on how to empower the operators, right? It's if an operator faces a problem, how to access resources to help troubleshoot the equipment and get it up and running again.
Mm-hmm. And then, okay, so I know that a lot of people, like you mentioned, they get nervous whenever they hear that the company is starting to automate. They feel like they're going to get replaced. What can companies do to improve their retention rates?
Well, more than anything is help develop, train, and educate their staff.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's at least in our industry, we're doing the best we can to attract more people, to get more people, and to retain more people. In
Right.
terms of retention, there's nothing better than having a motivated workforce, having an engaged workforce. Getting more engagement from them will give you an increase in levels of productivity, an increase in levels of assistance, uh, longer terms in terms of your workforce staying in the company. So yeah, it's all about engaging them and empowering them.
Right. And then you had also mentioned the whole skill gap aspect. How do companies begin to branch and start connecting with like trade schools or with educational partners to prepare their workforce?
Sure. In what we are doing, we are getting very close to technical schools, to high
Mm-hmm.
schools. In high schools, it's when many of the young people, make decisions about what they want to do. So we want to make sure that when they make that decision, they consider manufacturing in our industry as a good option. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
there's this perception of dark, dirty, and dangerous. When you're talking about manufacturing, It's nothing like that on modern
Mhm.
manufacturing. It's all about technology. It's all about efficiency. It's all about safety. So it's making sure both the young people and even parents are aware of these opportunities, and also, working with colleges or two-year career institutions, working closer with them, developing the right curriculum for them and for the industry, and just making sure to engage with them. You were asking about the trade show. During our show, we had a number of colleges participating, and not just with having a presence at the show, but actively participating in robotic competitions, in what we call the Amazing Packaging Race. It's a great event where a large number of students are involved and learn about packaging during the
Right.
trade show.
Hey guys, just taking a quick break to bring you a word from our sponsor, which is ourselves. It is the SNEED-Jet Titan T7 handheld printer. It's holiday season, so make sure that you get the best gift you possibly could for your own business. The Titan T7 delivers high-quality half-inch character prints with an impressive 600 dpi resolution. Effortlessly upload and print sequentially from a USB list, and take advantage of variable data barcode printing with embedded timestamps or counters. Plus, its innovative design ensures spill-free ink use no matter the printing angle. Experience the unmatched flexibility and versatility that the Titan T7 brings to your production line.
Yeah, no, I remember when I was like going through high school and then in college, I know that like packaging and everything that goes on in the industry wasn't really advocated for. And it wasn't until I got into this job that I realized how many opportunities there really are in the world of packaging, and how this should be considered as an option for anyone going through college or anyone pursuing a secondary education or technical career.
Yeah, yeah. To be honest, there's opportunities at all levels, and
Oh, for sure.
it's not opportunities to get in. There are many opportunities to grow as part of the
Mhm.
industry.
And then, how is the industry, or not how is the industry, what opportunities do remote technologies present to CPGs?
Oh, amazing opportunities. I guess number one, when you're talking about remote technologies, remote access, those are technologies that have been available now for some time in the equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Maybe in the past they were available, but not necessarily taking advantage of. We saw during COVID a significant growth in the use of these technologies. Right, in the past they were available, but because of certain concerns with cybersecurity and lack of understanding, people were not taking advantage of these technologies. COVID really was a catalyzer for the adoption of these technologies. In many cases, technicians weren't able to travel and get into a manufacturing operation to fix, to diagnose, to install new equipment. So it is based on remote technologies that many of these things were done during COVID, and once many companies embrace them during COVID, they're just keeping them and taking advantage of them. Um, eh, Remote technologies offer you the opportunity to provide services like predictive maintenance. When you're talking about digital technologies, there are many things you can do with digital technologies. The one, I guess, the first I would say advanced things that CPGs or in general the industry is trying to do is predictive maintenance. And
Mm-hmm.
one of the reasons for this is this predictive maintenance offers you the opportunity to increase significantly your uptime and the efficiency of your operations. you uh, you can basically do better in terms of planning your stops, planning your maintenance, uh, doing it in the right way, you can even reduce preventive maintenance and just concentrate on predictive maintenance and get the most out of your packaging lines. On the other hand, we were talking about workforce. Remote technologies empower really the operators because they are able to look at the equipment with technologies like augmented reality, virtual reality. They can stand in front of the equipment. They can talk to an expert from the OEM that will guide him on how to fix, how to troubleshoot the equipment, how to get it up and running in a very short period of time without the need to wait for somebody to travel to your operations, right? It's very fast, very quickly. And again, it's a great tool for filling that skill gap that we're facing now.
Right. And then another question that I have, just because I know that AI comes up a lot when we're talking about marketing, but what opportunities does it present when we're talking about packaging automation?
So AI is already being used in different areas. I guess the one that has had the most use for AI is vision systems. These days, vision systems are able to recognize and address problems that were not possible in the past. You know, when you're thinking about products that are not necessarily uniform, like let's say bakery products, right? Like if you're in a packaging line and there's croissants coming out of the packaging line, not all the croissants have exactly the same size, not exactly the same shape. So for a traditional equipment, it was really hard to identify, you know, how to pick it up, how to place inside a container. What was the front? What was the back? The top? The bottom? So these days, through AI, vision, and robotics, the combination of those are giving a lot of flexibility, a lot of power to the industry, and a lot of that it's done with AI. I guess that's one of the areas with a lot of use. The another area where we're finding significant amount of opportunity is I'm not surprised with operators and trying to address these skill gaps again. I guess you're familiar with Copilot in the computers, right? You have a Copilot, and basically that means it's an easy way to check your schedule, to pull information, to ask to summarize big data sets. And it's kind of the same thing. The idea is, as an operator, you're running the equipment and you notice that you have a problem, and you can ask the equipment, hey, what's the best way to address this problem, to solve this problem? And then the system, via long language methods, you know, will be able to tell you, or is able to tell you these days, okay, very likely this is a problem on the in-feed. Make sure that there's nothing blocking, you know, the in-feed. Make sure that the raw materials that you have are in good condition. There's no wraps on the product. So it will, the idea, and again, not the idea now, it's more like the reality. The first applications that we're finding is in terms of guiding operators through the troubleshoot of their equipments.
Right. So it definitely sounds like it's just enhancing a worker's position. What would you say to someone that's thinking that AI is going to replace them instead of just help them out?
It's interesting. More likely than anything, if you're going to be replaced, you're going to be replaced by somebody using AI rather than by somebody not using AI. So at this point, I think it's more about embracing the technology, understanding what you can do, understanding its limitations, It's a technology that's still evolving. So just understand what you can get, understand the limitations, and take advantage of it.
Right. And then what would you say are some of your predictions for 2025?
Oh wow, 2025. Well, for us here at PMMI, we're excited. We have a new trade show coming in March. It's Pack Expo Southeast in Atlanta. So I hope to see you there, Alexa. And in terms of technology, it's the adoption. Number one, it's the digital technologies in everything, right? In the past years was about the success with digital technologies in a piece of equipment, maybe in a line. Now it's about digital technologies in everything, how to use data for everything, how to integrate your packaging operations with your supply chain, how to connect sales in the retail with the scale of your manufacturing. All those kind of things are now happening. How to coordinate the data of your operations with the data of maybe contract packagers you're working with and that are helping with your manufacturing. So a lot of it is about data. A lot of it is more intuitive equipment, more intuitive programming. A lot of the interactions with robots getting much more easier to implement. No specific kind of programming knowledge, things like that for interacting with them. A lot of making technology much more intuitive, I would say.
Right. And then aside from the new trade show, what would you say that you're most excited about for this upcoming year?
Let me see. It's been we left behind. So COVID was 2020, 2021. The
Right.
effects of COVID were felt in our industry still, 2023 beyond. We're back to normal, kind of. And now the urgent distracted us from the important in the past couple of years. Now we have the opportunity to concentrate on the important. Of course, as you're aware, sustainability is significant within the packaging space, and I think we're going to find a lot of sustainable applications implemented in different areas, and the adoption it's going to speed up significantly. So that's something that I'm always excited about.
That's great. Well, Jorge, I think we touched on everything. I can't thank you enough for all of the great insights that you gave. I'm pretty sure there's going to be tons of people that feel relieved to hear that AI isn't going to be replacing them anytime soon. And that automation and AI are friends, they're resources, they're tools that are only going to make jobs so much better.
Well, that's the idea, that's the plan. And Alexa, thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it, and hope to see you soon.
Of course. Thank you so much.